In this video, we're going to talk about creating galleries or albums in the theme. So right here what we see is a basic album. You can see the title right here. Okay, and then what we have is images and videos. And if I click one of these, then obviously I get the pop-up for the video, if it's a video. And if it's a picture, it's going to be a pop-up of the image. We can sort by just images, and we can sort by just videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What I want to do is come to the admin, come all the way down to the bottom. We're going to find something called Photo Gallery. Click this. And then right now, I basically have two albums set up, this one and this one. I can create a new one simply by clicking Add. And then here's a new one. I can give it a title, such as, let's see, video tutorial. Alright, and then I'll click Update to save it. Now you'll notice there is no picture in there, obviously, so we want to go ahead and start uploading these images to this particular album. So I'll click it. And then now what I can do is start adding images. So I can either add a new one, a new set of images, or import a gallery if you've actually saved images from somewhere else. But we don't have that right now. So let's just go ahead and start with a new one. Click Add New. Go ahead and give this one a title. I'll call this one Video Tutorials as well. That way they're linked. We know exactly which one goes to which. Excuse me. All right, update. So that way it's saved. And then I want to start adding photos. Click it. And then I can either add from an existing library, meaning images that I've uploaded to these galleries already. Now, I need to make it clear that the images you see here are only images that you've uploaded to the photo gallery. This is not the entire WordPress media gallery. It's only images that have been uploaded thus far to the gallery section, okay? So I can choose images from here if I like, or I can add new ones. So what I'll do is I'll actually do both. So I'm going to choose a few just by simply checking it. Then I'll click Add Images, and then there we are. So now it's going to pull in the images we've already uploaded. So if they're if they're YouTube videos, it's done that. If they're just images, it's done that as well with the titles that we see in here, the titles that go with each one. So if we look here, you'll see the titles under each particular image. That is pulled from here, these little sections right here, okay? I'm not done. I want to actually upload a few more images, so I'll hit upload, and then what I'll do is I'll come in and I'll grab the pictures that I have set for here. I could do a handful at a time. I wouldn't recommend doing 30, 40, 50, 60 at a time. You'll bog down the system. If you have a bunch to do, I would suggest 10 at a time. Or obviously you can do one at a time, but I wouldn't do too many at once. Alright, so there we go. I have my images uploaded. And you'll notice that the ones that are new do not have any titles. I want to title these. So I'm going to pause this while I go ahead and pop in some titles so you don't have to sit here and watch this. Alright, I went ahead and added in all the titles for these. That way they're all set. And then once I'm done, or once you are done adding your images, adding text, whatever you're going to do, go ahead and click Update Pictures Info. That way it saves it. Also, if you're doing a YouTube video, this is where you paste your YouTube link right in here. So the URL that's in the address bar for the video, that's all that is, which would be right. So if you're on the video for YouTube, you simply copy this link that would be right in here and you paste it into this. And it will go ahead and automatically play that video. Alright, so let me update, save just to be sure. Now what I want to do is go ahead and go back, and what I now will see is that I have 3. This one has filled in with the default picture, and then if I click this one again, I'll notice the album that I've created, ones we were just looking at or working on. Okay, let's come to the front end, and if I refresh, we are not going to see those images, okay? And I'm going over this for a specific reason, because this is a specific album. So if you want just a plain gallery, you can do that. That would show everything. But this is set up to be an album, and that's what we're going over right now. I'll get to a direct gallery here in a second. Okay, so next what we want to do is basically set up a page that's going to show this particular album or albums. So I'll go to Pages, I'll click Add New, and I'm just going to call this, let's see, Video Tutorial Album. Alright, and it's real easy. Once we give it the title that we want, we're going to click this shortcode button. It says Add Gallery, and just follow the directions. So I want to do an album. So what I'll see is a drop-down list of all the albums that I have. This is the one we just made, Video Tutorial. I'll select this one. What kind of gallery type do you want? We're going to do a grid. Grid is what gives it this format right here with the 4 in a row and 4 down in the circle format. Okay, once I've done that, I'll go ahead and click Insert Album. It'll give me this short code. Then that is it. I'll go ahead and publish it. Alright, now if I view this page, here we are. Here is the album for that particular set of images. Now, really important, 2 things here is, one, if you do not want this title here, we can simply come down to this side right here, hide title, put yes. Go ahead and update it. Now we'll see that it's gone. Okay. So basically, this is the first album that we've created. So Video Tutorials, that's the album we just made. If I click this, now I go to the individual pictures and or videos. If I click videos, I'm just going to see those, just images, or all of them. So here are the images we've uploaded. And just like we did before, I can click one. It's going to load the picture up. Alright. Now albums are good for individual sets of pictures. If you don't want albums, if you just going to have a small set of images, a small set of pictures, and you don't want people to have to cycle through those, then what you're going to want to do is do a gallery. Okay? And to do a gallery, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this now. We would do the same thing we did before, except for we want to do a gallery. Oops, sorry about that. So insert a gallery, same thing, choose the one you did. Video Tutorials, what type do you want, a grid or a vertical? Insert gallery. Update it. Let's go ahead and check it out. And what that does is it'll go straight to those pictures. So if you don't want to have basically categories, and think of an album like a category, if you don't want to have categories such as weddings, and then another category would be wedding cakes, another category might be receptions, or another category might be recent ceremonies, or whatever. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to categorize everything, then you would want to do a regular gallery to where it just lists all the images that you have. Otherwise, you're going to want to use the album to format, to categorize each individual set of pictures that you have. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the album. Let's put this back in here. Something else I'd like to go over. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that, but I guess while we're here, basically, here's your album. So as we keep creating individual albums, you're going to have a new circle, a new thumbnail, whatever you want to call it, for each individual album. It's going to list out. So right here, it's kind of lonely by itself. So I'll go ahead and show you how we can do that. So let's go back to the photo gallery. We've already got our page set up. This is our page that contains that particular album. So what we want to do is add to that. So here is the photo albums. I'll click this one. And then what we'll see is the existing one, which is the one we just worked on. And what I want to do is add new gallery. So that's going to be, this is going to be an album. And then as I create this one, this is going to be an additional one, or additional set of images, or however you want to call it. So let's just go ahead and give this a fake name. Okay. Save that. And then what I'm going to do is add pictures to it. So I'm going to add from our library. So I'm just going to start selecting. Try to make this as fast as possible. Okay. Add images. Here they are. Go ahead and update info. Make sure it's saved. Okay, and then, let me see here. Let me come back to the pages that we were just doing. Let's see. Ignore what I'm doing right now. I lost the page and I'm trying to quickly get back to it. Now we have another album. You'll see it right here. So this is going to list these individual albums out. And if I click this one, it's going to be a different set of pictures. It's going to be the ones I just selected for you. Okay. Now what we want to do is change this individual picture, correct? Because we have the same looking pictures. So it's just based on how you select them. So I can either remove it from here, or I can go back and change this one out here by removing it here. The easiest way though is to remove it here, or to resort, re-upload. So I'll update this one. So now this is the first one in a row, and if I refresh, I'll see that picture here. There it is. So whatever image is here or here is going to be the image that shows up in the thumbnail, so you can view that individual album. Okay, so real quick, let me do one more. Here are our 3 albums, our individual albums. This is the one we're working on. If I click that, here's the 2 individual galleries. Here's 1, here's 2. We want to add a new gallery. Give it a title. There's some gibberish on my end right now. Default photo, click that. I'll go ahead and I can either upload more or I can add existing. I'll add some existing to make it fast. Okay, save it. Now if I come back and refresh, now I'm going to have another one. Right here's the next one. If I click this one, here are the images again for me to view. Okay, that will about wrap it up for this video. I will do a separate video on adding the vertical gallery, since this one's getting a bit long. This is for the grid gallery. We have a vertical one where you can actually see vertical images, so if you have tall images, that will work better than this one. And just real quick to go over it, from the beginning, you need to create your album, and then within that album, you create galleries that would populate to that particular album, like we see here in categories. 1, 2, 3, 4, as many as you want to add for each particular album. And then what you would want to do is create a page to host or to show that particular gallery, and the way to do our album, and the easy way to do that is come in here and click the shortcode button and then insert which one you are looking for. Okay, that will do it.